Last year, I moved into a small, old apartment in a quiet part of town. It was cheap, the landlord was friendly, and I thought I had found a perfect place to settle. The building creaked, and the paint was peeling, but I didn't mind. On the second day, I noticed a small door in the hallway, hidden behind some old coats. It was locked, and there was a strange smell coming from underneath. The landlord told me it led to a storage basement and that it had been locked for years. Curiosity got the better of me. That night, I heard faint sounds. Scratching, soft footsteps, whispers. I convinced myself it was the wind or rats. But as days passed, the noises grew louder and more deliberate. Things started disappearing from my apartment. My keys, a notebook, a few small personal items. One evening, I tried to ask my neighbor if he noticed anything unusual. He stared at me silent and then said, "Some doors are better left closed." I laughed nervously, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. After a week, I noticed fresh footprints leading from the locked door across the hallway to my apartment. They were wet, though it hadn't rained. Panic set in. I bought a small camera and installed it in the hallway. Nothing appeared at first until the third night. The camera recorded a shadow moving from the basement door, floating down the hallway, and stopping outside my apartment. Then a hand reached through the doorframe, touching my keys and notebook. The figure was blurry, but I could make out its eyes. Pale, empty, and staring right at the camera. I called the landlord, demanding to know what was in the basement. He hesitated and then admitted that decades ago, someone had died down there. A tenant who had been living in secret, hiding for reasons nobody knew. They never found his body. The basement was sealed because of the smell. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing whispers and footsteps. At 3 a.m., I saw the door slowly creak open on its own. Something or someone was waiting. I grabbed my camera, but it fell and broke. I ran outside and called the police. They came, but when they opened the basement, it was empty. I moved out the next day, leaving almost everything behind. But sometimes, when I pass by the old building, I swear I can see a shadow in the basement window, staring out, waiting for the next tenant.